Discover divine inspiration on Apostle Elisha's YouTube channel. Embark on a spiritual journey through uplifting sermons, miraculous testimonies, and life-changing teachings. Feel the power of faith and find exclusive merchandise that will bring blessings to your life. Don't wait for a sign, your path to enlightenment begins now. Subscribe and elevate your soul today.
The way I see you like this, by this time next year you are going to be better than this. First Samuel chapter 10 verse 1. Then Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him and said, is it not because the Lord had anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? Verse 2. When thou art departed from me today, then thou shalt find 2 men by Rachel's sepulchre in the border of Benjamin at Zelzah, and they will say unto thee, the asses which thou went to seek are found. And Lord thy father had left the care of the asses and sorrowed for you, saying, what shall I do for my son? A young man was in his house. Please raise that in for me a bit. A young man was in his house, and all of a sudden an ass was lost. His name is Saul. An ass was lost, and the father said, move, go and look for the ass. He took a servant and they began to look for the ass. They came to the place where the prophet resided. These asses, we can't find them, but there is a prophet in this city. He's an honorable man indeed. Whatever he says always come to him. Perhaps he will show to us our way. And Saul said, all right, let's go. But what are we going to give unto him? There was a little gift they had in their hands, and they presented to the man of God. When they came, the story was that they were looking for the ass, not knowing that God was looking for Saul. Are you listening to me? They were busy looking for the material things of the world, but God was looking effectual. God was looking for a crown. God saw a crown in the man that was busy looking for animal. When you are looking for some things in life, that is when God looks for you. Are you listening to what I am saying? I'll be speaking on a subject I titled Not Enough. Can I hear you say? Can I say louder? Not enough. You are not doing it the way I was. Say not enough. As if you are not happy that the year is coming to an end and you are still alive. Say not enough. Tell 3 people that level is not enough. Tell 4 people that position is not enough. Tell 7 people God have a better plan. God has a better plan. There is a place he have in mind to take you to that you cannot understand, you can't comprehend. God have a better plan. Take a seat. Saul was busy looking for the ass of the father, not his ass. And that automatically means probably Saul don't even have a thing of his own. Are you getting what I'm saying? He was busy looking for the ass of the father, and they could not find it until they met the prophet. At times when you pick up a journey, you think where you are going to, you have it in mind, but God actually has something very different in mind for you. Are you hearing me? There are many seated here today that your plans in the month January are very different from what happened now. In the month of January, we were not planning to open a shop, but in the month of September to October, we put up a shop. Are you hearing me now, somebody? It was not in our plan, but God had it in our agenda while we're journeying through the year. Where I live now, I never had it in mind to live in that place. Are you getting me now? There are jobs you are doing now that may have not been the plan that you had when you came out, there are courses you study that may not be your course study, your plan for what to study, but that is the course you study eventually. At times the mind of God may be different from our minds. What you consider to be good may be different from what God considers to be good. I wanted to be a medical doctor right from primary school. When you ask me, I will tell you without missing word. But God changed my story. He took me for electrical engineering while I was on. He changed my mind. He said, that is not what you are going to do. And here am I carrying the microphone and preaching. God's plan can be very different from your plan. Now, there are people that feel betrayed by divinity. There are some seated there that feel betrayed by the Lord, because what you think God promised you is different from where you are right now. God don't promise and fail, my friend, but when he gives a promise and he realizes there is something better, he have every right to change plan. Are you getting me now? When God promised to take you from a Gbogbo to Otukpo, to establish you in Otukpo, and when God begin to check, you realize that your enemies have multiplied and people are mocking you. Even when you get to Otukpo, the mockery will increase. God will settle you down in Agatu. You'll be there for a while. He will allow you to stay until he get to know you better, until he get to understand you better, until you are able, you are increased in knowledge, in wisdom, in strength. You are increased in strategies to be able to live in London. Do you know why preparing you for London, it will take time? Preparing for Otukpo will not take time. Preparing for London will take time. Preparing for Otukpo, God can just pick you and all by yourself. Help your farm to grow very well, and with your farm produce you rent somewhere in Otukpo or build a house somewhere in Otukpo. Brethren, how many hundreds of thousands of naira are you going to put together to change to dollars to be able to live well in London? It's going to take time. Not that God cannot do it in a day. He can do it, but there are lessons he wants you to learn as you move further. It is just like the story of our church building. As the building is moving, everybody feel as if it should be up in 1 year, but what God is planning is so different. When God look at the building, he look at us, he discover we must be blessed. God is waiting for us to do something about what we want others to come and do something about. It is time to fade away your mind, fade away your thoughts, push away what you think, and begin to look at what the Lord think about you. For what God thinks is better than what you think. There is a better place for you, and God is there. There is a better place for you, and God is taking you there. Better place for you, and God is taking you there. Better place for you, and my heaven is taking you there. He's taking you there. He's taking you there. Beat your chest, say, he's taking me there. Beat your chest, say, I am going there. Come to somebody, say, as you see me now, this is the best time to collect my phone number. This is the best time to collect my phone number. After now, there is a place for me that the Lord is taking me to. There is a divine plan about my life. After now, God is changing my story. Come on, shout in the house. Take your seat. Saul was looking for an animal, and God was looking for a king in him. What God sees is different. No wonder he says in his word that the thought I have for you, I mean, what you have about yourself. Now look at this. Look at this. He said that his thoughts is higher than that of men, as high as heaven is from the earth. I think I didn't get that point well. Or maybe you are the one not getting the word. Well, check this. I'll bring it out for you. He said his plan, his thoughts, his ways, the difference between his thought or his ways, his plans from ours. or maybe the distance between his plan, his thoughts, his ways, and ours. The distance is just like the distance between heaven and earth. There is something you are not getting from there. That means when your plan is to settle locally as the president of Ubokbo Market, when your plan is to settle locally as the president of Ubokbo Market, or the chairman of a local government, or the director of Unity Bank in Ubokbo, the plan of God for you is beyond it. It distances it, just like the chairman of Ubokbo Bank and the president of the World Bank. I don't know if somebody is getting what I'm saying now. I say it's farther than that. I say it's heavier than that. The plan is wider than that. The distance is farther than that. Being the chairman of the World Bank and being the manager of Ubokbo Unity Bank, the plan of God for you is still farther than that, because that distance is too small to be compared to the distance between heaven and earth. There is something you don't understand from these things. You know, there are things that make men to lose out of the plan of God, and that is when the two stick to what they want. One of the foolish things we do is that when God is paving ways to take us to places, we stick to the littleness of our thoughts, we stick to the littleness of our mindset, and that is what we want, just as we want it. That is just what we want. You want to build that 3-bedroom flat now. You want to build that 4-bedroom flat now. When God have made plans for you to scatter estates in the 36 states of Nigeria. Are you hearing me? Say, I'm hearing you. You belittle your plans. Your plans are so small. Your thinking is so little. God have a better plan. Wow, how on earth will you capture or get into the better plans that God have for you? Do you know how you are going to do that? You are going to do that by turning your back on those little plans you think you have. Even though you arrange them, by the time God kick them and break your plans, brethren, forget about that plan. Don't go ahead picking up the pieces of it. Just look up to the hills from whence cometh your help, and begin to believe in the Lord for a better plan. Are you hearing? I'm hearing you. And many of us, when God kick the little plan and the wall falls and break, we bend down there and start picking them up, wasting our time. That time you have wasted is enough to seek the face of God. That time you have wasted, are you listening? The time you have wasted is enough to seek the face of God. It's enough to stick to the plan of God. When one plan fails, ask God, what next? Are you getting this at all? Men don't understand what the Lord is really planning. That is the reason why they fail. When the plan fails, tell God, ask God, what next? When that woman leave you, ask God, what next? When that man leave you, ask God, what next? Don't just arrange them online and say, in case this one leaves, this is the next one. You will miss the line. The line God has purpose in his heart for you are higher than those lines. Don't you know that God kick off that one because of the better ones ahead? Don't you know God carry today just to give you tomorrow? When you suffer today, you complain. When you issues today, you complain. How do I become it? How will this come? How will that come? You always want your plan. My own. Your plan is too selfish. Not just to feed yourself and your children. You know what God is planning? Planning for you to be able to feed them. He's planning for you to be able to finance projects of a whole generation. Your own plan is just what to eat today and sleep and wake up tomorrow. Eat and drink and sleep and wake up next tomorrow. Eat and drink think so you people don't go hungry, but God is planning that you build houses and release it out for people for free. No house rent. The plan of God is that you build houses and dash them out to the poor. The plan of God is that you place poor men on salary. The plan of God is that you are the ones paying people, not people paying you. The plan of God is that you become a solution to economic recession. That is the plan. But what is your plan? To marry and eat and sleep and wake up tomorrow. Eat, sleep, wake up next tomorrow, and the process continue until you die and you are buried by your children. That's a plan. God always have a better plan. God always have a better plan. Saul was looking, please sit down. Saul was looking for asses, but God was looking for the king in him. Saul's direction was to the nook and crannies of the town. His direction was to the bush path where he could see horses. His mindset was, if I catch the person that stole this horse. But in the mind of God, all the suffering, do you know they may have hit their legs or their feet on stones while they were looking for the asses? Do you know they may have passed through water? Do you know beating them at the road while they were looking for the asses? And he felt, which kind of suffering is this? If I catch this person who stole the ass, I will kill him. And the ass, he said that straight away, I will flog the ass. And they were up and down, raising shoulders and waiting, molding muscles of what to do to the thieves and what to do to the asses that strayed away, not knowing that God was saying you need to pass through all these things. This is the direction to the house of your anointing. To where you will be crowned. This is the direction to where you take your oil of destiny. This is the direction. Just like Moses went to Egypt to bring the Israelites out, they said, leave us here. We don't, at least in this place we suffer, we eat. Leave us. You would have left us there. He took them to the wilderness. They said, no water. Oh, you should have left us there. No meat, oh, we were eating meat there and were satisfied. Was it not because of the pain they cried unto God in Egypt? And God said, I have heard the cry. Now where the road God is taking them through, they are now saying that suffering was better. They made Moses to miss his way. Moses died in the wilderness. And when they got into the land and it was flowing with milk and honey, was Moses there to enjoy it with them? A lot of people cannot see the end. Allow God that sees the end from the beginning to shape your life the way he wants. God can see the end from the beginning. That's why what you go through now, please don't cry. What you go through now, please don't be sorrowful. What you go through now, please don't shout. Just be calm. Wait on the Lord. For they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Put your hope in the Lord. For they that trust in the Lord shall be like Mount Zion that cannot be moved. Like the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surround his people. Just keep looking at him. For we look up to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help cometh not from man, it cometh from the Lord Almighty. Keep on holding on. Keep on having faith. Keep on believing. Keep on waiting on the Lord. He shall have it done for you, just like the twinkling of an eye. Just like a dream. Just like a dream. Just like a dream. Just like a dream. When he turned our captivity, it were just like they that dream it. Just like a dream. Just like a dream. That is how God works his things. Just like a dream. When he does it, it look like a dream. If God does it, like if it is God, it will be like that. Do you think God wants to meet you in the place of your wealth and make you? He's looking for those he will make in their place of suffering and take their suffering away. Those in the place of sorrow, he takes their sorrow away. Those in the place of pain, he takes their pains away. Those in the place of penury, he takes it away. He takes poverty away, abject poverty, he takes it away. He's looking for those who are crying so he can clean their tears. Are you getting what I'm saying here today? Those in prison, he is ordained and anointed to bring them out of the prison, to bring them out of the chain. Do you know that what God wants to do for you, you will always experience the opposite of it? You don't understand this. What God wants to do for you, you always experience the opposite of it. That means when God wants to make you rich, you experience poverty. When God wants to make you bold, fearless, you experience fear. You are intimidated. When God wants to make you illustrious, you will see yourself in a place of mockery. Do you know that men mocks you because God is about to make you? The mockery of men results to the making of God. You cry too much. The year is about to come to an end. You have gone through a lot. The only uncle that should take care of me, I lost him in an accident. The only auntie that used to send me money, I lost the auntie in the cold hand of fever, death through fever. The only father that I have that always put me through, I lost him. You can't follow his mindset and regret it. You can't follow his will and regret it. Here it is. In that suffering, there is the mind of God. In that pain, there is a mind of God. Some people say this is too much. Oh, let me go and drink. You ask them, are you not a Christian? I'm a Christian. No, I'm even an assistant pastor, an assistant believer. An assistant, is there an assistant believer? But you know, the pain of my wife, the trouble my wife gave to me was too much. That's why I went to drink. Your wife gives you trouble and the only solution to it is to drink? Can I shock you? Do you know that after drinking you see double? Is that correct? So that one wife that gives you trouble, by the time you meet her, you see her too. That means your trouble has been doubled. So alcohol is never a solution. It doubles your problem. Am I correct? It doubles your trouble. The only solution is God. That pain you are going through, it is not meant to kill you, my friend. It is not meant to destroy you, my friend. Don't you know there is nothing you go that God is not aware of? He knows. And if God is aware of it, do you think the way he loves you, he will allow it to come? He will never allow it to come. So the question is, why are you now going through it? Can I tell you? God saw the problem and he allowed it to come. And God, because he loves you so much, he will never allow problem to come. Why did he allow this one to come? He allows it to come because we have a better plan out of that problem. Are you listening to me? What is the better plan? When you have a gold, a raw gold as a human being, that gold is not in the normal state yet. It must have to be purified first, right? A purified gold is already a gold made. Now, how do you make this gold? You will not take the decision to make fire and allow the gold to go through fire, because it is fire that purifies gold. Is that correct? So when God looked at you, he saw a wood, he saw an earth, and he wanted to make it a pure gold. For it to become a gold, it must be purified. And how can it be purified? Through fire. That's why he had to come. So if God don't love, That's why he brought the problem. That's why he allowed me to go through so much. No. That problem, that pain there is the fire. He brought it so it can purify you for the better plan. Nobody caught that. You didn't get that right? There is a better place. There is a higher place. Moses thought where he was the best place, and God told him there is a place beside. You want me to do this for you? I'm not going to do it yet. There is a place beside me. You need to go through the suffering of loneliness because there is a place beside me. That is where I want you to stand. Begin to prepare yourself to get to that place. Brethren, if you are reading for the exam, it's hot. If you are writing the exam, it's hot. But when the result come out and you score very well, it is sweet. God is taking you through reading and writing of the examination. And you're getting mad. You're getting scared. You think why Saul was looking for the ass, he was not getting mad? What's going on, sir? We've wasted days out there. No normal food to eat. In fact, before they could think about the prophet, their food was exhausted. Is it not there in your Bible like that? They have nothing already. Not even money. And the servant said, we have this little thing here. This little thing. You think that thing can sustain them in the journey back home? You think their journey then was to enter car from Otukpo to Boko? Is that what you think? And they went, gave that thing to the prophet. They have given it. What will they eat now? Not knowing that there was a banquet waiting. The bread that was exhausted, this time around it is meat. It's ordinary meat. The prophet's portion. The portion of the prophet. That was what the prophet. The prophet said you can bring the portion I told you people to hide. Hi God. They hid a good portion. A gigantic portion. They hid a very nice, a special portion. Waiting for this man who is suffering at the road. You look at this, you're suffering. There is a better portion that is hidden waiting for you. No need to cry anymore. Just try to align yourself with the plan of God. Some people left the faith just because of what they go through. That's foolishness. Stick to him. There is a better plan. Stick to him. There is a better plan. Stick to him. Tell your neighbor this is not enough. Just the ass cannot do you. Just that water you took, enough you do you. It's not enough. And I prophesy to those who feel they have made it already here. That level is still not enough. I decree in the name of Jesus Christ, in 2 months' time, you shall double this level. You will double this level. In 2 months' time, you shall double this level. This level of what? This level of money. This level of wealth. This level. You shall double it. You shall double it. You shall double it. Shall fire. Ya 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 ya.